people or something?
Not 800. Maybe
Pretty
like
close.
750. No. Look at her. She's not. That's the face of not a very good liar. So she just leaves her phone and goes off and does all this stuff she's not supposed to do. Hey guys, welcome back to Our Family Nest. So for today's video, Carly and I are going to do a fun little video that we've had on our to-do list for quite a while now. So Carly recently, like very recently,
Like
we forgot to do this earlier, posted on her Instagram story. What did you say?
I said, what are some awkward questions I should ask my mom?
So here we go. She's going to ask me questions that she probably doesn't even really want to know the answer to.
No.
Just don't even read them first. Just jump right in. Snap, snap, snap.
Well, some of them.
Here we go. Question number one.
Have you ever blacked out?
Meaning from
By drinking?
No, never. Never blacked out. Never drank that much.
What's your first kiss story?
My first kiss story.
She was in 4th grade. No, 5th grade.
No, I think it was 4th grade. Out on the playground at school. His name was Chad.
I remember that.
And that's all I really know. I think we kissed like this, you know, like, but first like make out kiss, maybe 7th grade.
Bro.
There was someone named Ryan. Oh wait, there was Sean. Might have been him. I really don't remember.
Did you kiss like 800 people or something?
Not 800. Maybe
Pretty
like
close.
750. No. I'm cheating.
I believe it.
I don't even know how many, but
Oh my
I think
God, look.
like a real kiss was in like 7th
They're literally
grade.
everywhere.
Ask the question.
What?
I don't know why people
Here, I'll
think
ask this. When did she lose her V card and with who?
Okay. Oh, you said you wanted to try to guess some of these.
Well,
You already know this, so.
didn't I just say it?
Kinda.
18, right?
No.
17? 16?
I don't know if it was somewhere in between 16 and 17. It was like, I think it was my senior year of high school, if I remember correctly. I was 17 when I graduated, so it was somewhere like.
But it's her ex-husband too.
Yeah, it was Andrew's dad. It's not that exciting of a story.
They keep asking the same question.
Yeah. Isn't that a weird question?
What's her bra size?
Bra
Don't
size?
answer that. That's so weird. Have you ever done drugs?
Do you consider cigarettes drugs? I say it's a drug. Your dad doesn't, but it is a drug. I've tried smoking cigarettes, like just tried it to try it, but I was never like a smoker. I hate it. It's disgusting.
Alcohol's a drug too.
Ugh. Oh yeah, that's true. So yes, I've had alcohol. I always say it wrong. Sorry. Smoked maybe 10 times in my life. I remember one time. Here's a funny and so disgusting story. You want to hear a story?
No,
These are the best
disgusting.
things. So one time, one of my best friends from high school, Jenny, was over. We were in high school, and my parents were gone for the night. And I don't know why we had our basement. We would take the couch and we would move it right in front of the TV so we could watch TV. And we were lighting old cigarette butts and we smoked them because we wanted to try a cigarette for the first time.
Whose were they?
My parents.
That's disgusting.
I know. So disgusting. And it was horrible. We were just like, so gross.
This one says not awkward, but which one of your kids acts more like you when you were younger? Probably me though, because I'm a girl, but.
Yeah, it would be easy to, there's a dog licking my feet right now. It would be easy to say you, because obviously we can relate to each other the most, but truthfully, probably Blake in some ways.
Bruh.
Just because Blake has his core group of friends that he hangs out with, and they're super tight, core group of friends, always been the same people for years, and goes out, has a good time with his friends, but yet he's like a homebody at the same time. I loved being home, but I like to hang out with my core group of friends. Like I just had a few girlfriends that we just always hung out every weekend. So it's like I kind of was never home though during high school, but
Interesting. I don't want to ask this.
What?
What's your body count? That's so weird. She doesn't even know. She lost count. My guess is 7 or 8.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's under 10. I'm trying to think.
You don't know? That's messed up. That's when you know you went wrong.
Here's the thing. How does it go? Here's the thing. Okay, so I started dating
It's a lot
Andrew's,
bigger of a deal now than it was back
but it's
then.
a big deal when you're in high school. I wasn't sleazy in high school. I dated Andrew's dad. He was the first one. Like, we were together. We dated for 5 years, got married, like did everything
Wait a second.
textbook, okay?
How would it be less than 10 people if you and Andrew's dad got divorced and not too long later you married dad?
That was the story I was gonna tell you.
Oh, so you had, okay.
So because I was so serious so quick when I was young and like
She slept
fell
with
in love.
everyone she met.
No, I like to kind of just joke and say that like I made up for lost time in my 20s. The time frame when your dad, Andrew's dad and I got divorced, went out, met people, had fun, did whatever I wanted. And that's why even when your dad and I started talking and dating, we broke up and got back together 3 different times because I didn't want to like be tied down with somebody like so quickly. I wanted to be able to like date other people.
Someone said, did you ever have a boyfriend you thought you would be with for your whole life? Obviously.
Yeah, I don't think I ever dated anybody else. Like, let's talk about when I dated in my 20s before Ken and I got engaged and then obviously married. I never dated anybody that I was like, oh, he's like, I want him to be my husband. I was never that serious about
Andrew's
anybody
dad
else. No, I'm
and
saying like that time
dad.
frame of in my 20s.
Oh. This question's been on here 100 times. Did you ever smoke in high school? Not cigarettes.
No, I did not. I was too scared. My dad always had this fear he put in me that whether it would be smoking weed or doing any kind of drugs, I was never really around drugs a lot either. Having a boyfriend like my junior and senior year like kind of kept me out of trouble in a sense. And my dad had it instilled in my head that like if I smoked weed or like did any kind of drugs, I would die. And I literally believed it. I was like, I'm not going near that stuff because like it'd be just my luck. I would have like the wrong drug or something and I would die. Like seriously, whatever he said to me growing up, I seriously was scared to try any of that stuff.
Does that just turn off at random points?
What the? Maybe the thing maybe's dead.
Now what?
Oh well.
That looks horrible.
You think?
I don't care though. Now I don't look so pale. It was really
All right, we lost our...
We lost Wi-Fi. We have no connection.
That was really weird. Our little lights turned off. They're on like a battery pack.
I swear to God.
That's okay.
What is your biggest life regret? Being born.
Being born? I don't know. I mean, if I were to pick a regret, it would be I shouldn't have got married so young. But then if I would say that, then Andrew wouldn't be here.
And then everything.
And maybe none of the other
that's
stuff
what I was
wouldn't have
gonna
happened
say.
either. Yeah. So other than that, I don't have anything else that, like everything that we've done in life, I don't have any regrets.
Have you ever snuck out and done bad things?
No, I never snuck out of the house.
That's such a lie.
I wish I could go, I swear to God, I wish I could go back in time.
Leaving without your parents knowing is considered sneaking out.
Never.
No.
I should have been a worse kid, but I was too good of a kid. I was always afraid of getting caught.
You were too good.
I was.
Other than your first period story.
First period, I was in junior high and it was during gym class.
Oh God.
And I had like, luckily I was in my gym clothes, so I just changed back in my other clothes. It was towards the end of the day and I went home, told my mom, and she was like, well, you need to decide if you're going to use pads or tampons and all this
That's
stuff.
not how it happened for me.
And I was like so confused. So I was using pads until one of my best friends told me, you can't use those. And she told me about tampons and showed me how to use them and all that good stuff.
What would you do if I got pregnant at a young age?
So you're 16 and a half.
So if I got pregnant tomorrow.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Obviously not like
so
when you were
I'd
13.
Be 17.
That would be a different situation. But at your age right now or moving forward,
it's not that weird to you because your mom.
Yeah, my mom had me really young. But that doesn't mean
yeah, well,
that.
duh.
I think if it happened at this age moving forward, I would just let you know that I would be supportive if you decided to keep the baby, raise the baby, or if you would want to consider adoption. Like, if that would be an option, I feel like it would be really hard because you guys know I want to be a grandmother, but obviously don't want to be a grandmother to my 16-year-old daughter's child. Like, so I guess I would just be really supportive and like, what do you want? Especially if it's, I don't know. That's such a
hard question.
Yeah, because then you have like the Chase and Asha situation. They've been dating a long time. Like, obviously they would figure out a way to make it work because they've been together. They have a serious relationship and you would just have to deal with it. But like if it was somebody that you'd only been dating for like 6 months or something like that, you know what I mean? It's like a whole lot more to consider. So I don't know. That would be really, I would be supportive, I guess is the only way. I wouldn't, think that it was my decision and I was going to tell her what to do just because she's not 18 yet.
Do you think I was a cute newborn baby or was that ugly?
She was very cute. No. However, every child, and I think most parents could agree with this, every infant baby goes through this stage of very awkwardness. They're like losing their hair, or they're super chubby and their face looks like it's like a blowfish. It's funny because I can specifically distinguish for each one of my kids.
I don't want to know.
Except maybe Blake. I don't remember Blake. Blake was always so darn cute. But I remember you and Chase specifically going through a really awkward
So I was ugly is what you're
No, like you were super cute as a newborn.
And then I got ugly.
There was somewhere like, I don't know. Chase really, he went through it the worst. Because his hair like all fell out and he just had this like patch of hair like right here. So weird.
Conceived. Was I? Or were you conceived?
Where were you conceived?
Oh yeah, where were you conceived?
Me? I have no idea where I was conceived.
I don't know where I was either.
I don't know where you were conceived either. The only of my kids that I know specifically where they were conceived is Blake, because I'm about 75% sure I got pregnant on our honeymoon in Hawaii. So other than that, everybody else was just at home, I guess. I don't know.
How does she feel about you going to high school parties?
That was very loud, obnoxious phone drop. My bad.
She don't care.
I'm okay with it just because kids are going to find a way to do whatever they want to do anyways. So I would rather have her say, hey, I'm going to so-and-so's party. This is who I'm going with. This is who's driving. She has a curfew of midnight. So I'm okay with it. And parties that she goes to, there's definitely underage drinking. There's underage drinking at most parties. And I just have to trust that she's going to do the right thing.
Well, I'm always the Uber driver, so... But that was the last question because the questions are all the same.
All the same. Everybody really... Well, now next time you guys will have to come up with some better questions.
Or next time I could do this
like you should have asked me, have I ever skipped school? I have a really good skipping school story. Should I tell the story?
No one wants to know if you skip school. I've skipped school.
No, this is funny. This is a funny story. So Andrew's dad and I used to skip school quite a bit. And one day he had a car that was super recognizable. It wasn't a very common car. And we were driving down the road, headed towards the mall. I think we were going to get breakfast. And my dad had this conversion van that was also very recognizable. So we're in the lane to turn left, and he passed us, and we're like, beep. We're like, no way. Was that your dad that just passed? Whatever. So we turn around, race back, head to school, thinking that, okay, we'll just, I don't know what we thought we were going to do. We didn't even make a plan.
If he saw you, then it's too late. Why try?
I don't know. We went back to school. So next thing you know, we're like practically running into the school, and my dad pulls up. And he's like, hey, come here. So I walk up to the car, and he's like, where are you going? And I'm like, to school. He's like, well, you're late. I'm like, I know.
You should have said that you went and got food because your first hour got canceled.
I wasn't that
smart.
No. So I was like, well, we had to go pick up my friend, Michelle. And he's like, Michelle who? And I said,
oh my god, this is reminding me of someone that I know. I'll tell you this.
I said Michelle Tanner. Is that her name from Full House? What was the girl's Michelle in Full House? Was that her name?
Yes.
Michelle. I said Michelle Tanner. Why I didn't name a real freaking friend? So then my dad says to Andrew's dad, come here. And I go, God. I'm like mouthing as he's walking up. You know, like trying to tell him what to say. And he got it, what I was trying to say. And he goes, so where are you guys going? And my ex is like, to pick up her friend. I'm like, yes. And my dad's like, well, who? And he's like, Danielle. So we're screwed. He said the wrong friend. Bruh. So, you know what my dad said? I remember specifically, get your ass in school. Then he left. It was so stupid. We were this close of getting off the hook.
I feel like for some reason, if dad were to see one of us like driving out of school, he wouldn't like, I mean, obviously he'd care, but like not that much.
Yeah, he would follow you or track you down, try to figure out where the heck you're going if you're supposed to be at school.
I'm a good student, so it doesn't matter if I go to school.
I just couldn't believe that.
I wish I lived back then. Sounds more fun.
Actually, it was a heck of a lot more fun than it is nowadays.
Yeah.
We talk about this all the time. I would hate growing up in this era of social media. Has got to be the very worst. And the fact that we're like smack dab right in the middle of it, I know, is hard on our kids for sure. I can't wait until Karli graduates from high school. I tell them this all the time, that as soon as school is over with, like none of the crap that you think is important now, none of it matters anything.
I don't think any of it's important anyway.
I know.
Except for like keeping good grades.
I think that wraps up our video. Hopefully, maybe you guys learned something about me. You learned that I'm not a very good liar. I didn't do drugs. And
I swear to God, people are so bad at coming up with excuses.
About what?
Just in general. Like, when you get caught with stuff, like people the stories I've heard of just all people is so bad.
So, have you learned that if you ever get caught, you got some good excuses planned?
Yeah, I gotta think of them right now.
So we all know what Karli does when she goes to her friend's house, and she knows that we'll check her phone and check her location. So she just leaves her phone and goes off and does all the stuff she's not supposed to do. Look at her. She's not. This is the face of not a very good liar.
I don't get. Never mind.
You don't get what?
Nothing. It's all stuff I would ask you to do, but you just say no. So.
But you think I'm that dumb.
It's just, well, clearly you know and you haven't said anything, so it seems to be working pretty well.
Alright guys, I think we should stop this video here.
I wish I didn't have a phone. This is stupid.
Alright guys, we'll see you in the next video. Happy Thanksgiving! Today's Chase's birthday, so make sure you go to Chase's Instagram and comment down below. Happy birthday to Chase. So we'll see you guys, bye!